Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be a quick one, and before we begin, remember none of this is financial advice and you should always do your own research and your own due diligence. Now let's take a look at costs. Since the last update video, a few things have changed. First and foremost, the corrective wave 2 in a larger degree, so this one that we have here, just completed the move at the 78.6% retracement, as I predicted last time. As I mentioned, a corrective wave finishing in the middle of two levels is usually not a good sign. It usually means that it's incomplete and that it should most likely be going a bit lower. So with that update, these will have to be moved accordingly, and this is no longer valid. Again, especially when it comes to corrective waves, we should not jump the gun on when it's going to complete, because even though RSI is showing higher highs, but the price is still going lower, trending lower, we will still have to wait for the price action to complete. Secondly, I was wrong about Koss moving before GameStop. It seems like it's the other way around and GameStop is making its moves first. But either is fine as long as we're breaking out to the upside. The strong moves that we had in the past couple weeks, this is bullish. I'm hoping that we can keep this momentum going. As you can see, the price action has broken this Ichimoku cloud and line that we have, which is always a good and bullish indication that the price action will likely be stronger towards the upside. But of course, that's only if the price action can maintain the level above the cloud. And the thing is, if this is the first wave, which I do believe it is, we want it to be as strong as possible so that the following projected moves will be even stronger. So at the moment we have had a 36.87% move to the upside so far, which I'm not complaining about. But of course, the higher it goes, the better it is. And that goes for the same for the second wave as well. If for instance this is topped, if we had the second wave stopping at 38.2%, that means that the projected level for wave 3 will be higher. Because again, if for instance we retrace back down to this 38.2%, that brings us here. You can even see from what we have here, if, of course this is theoretical, but if, right, we had this 38.2% is wave 2 and we stopped it, and the wave 2 terminates exactly here, you can see that the projected wave 3 for just a one extension is $5.89. But if the price action were to actually, if the second wave price action were to actually terminate at this 61.8%, which is a very typical retracement level, we can see that if we drag this lower, we can see that the one extension is also brought down lower. So now it's the one extension is now $5.45. So basically, the higher or the stronger the wave 1 and the higher the retracement level for wave 2, the stronger projected wave 3 and wave 5 will be. But because now we are just beginning the next larger degree wave, we can only be patient and wait for the price action to show itself so that we can project the next levels. Now, if we go into the 4-hour chart, we can map the Fibonacci extensions from the wave 1. So bottom into wave 1 into the low, here. And it seems to me that we have just finished the wave 3, because we can see in the RSI and the MACD that usually these indicators are the strongest for wave 3 in a standard impulse wave, and the fifth wave will almost always be lower in strength unless we are in an extended wave, which will have 9 counts. So you can see that this, for instance, the RSI is well over this median line, this median line, but the upper band. So it's already very, very overbought, which is very typical for wave 3. And same with the MACD, where there's a huge gap between the yellow and the orange line. But aside from that, we can see that the wave 3 actually touched the 3 Fibonacci extension level. But if you don't want to include the wick, you can say that it touched around the 2.618 Fibonacci extension level, which is again very bullish. So of course what we have next would be the wave 4, which is a sideways trading, sideways consolidation. Usually these wave 4s are slow and time consuming, because we can obviously see that it would always be some kind of sideways correction, either a flat or it can be even a triangle where it's just like this, just gets smaller and smaller until we break out. But because we are in a lower time frame, it will be relative to the lower time frame. So on a wave 4 on the daily time frame, it can take weeks, but a wave 4 in the hourly can probably just take maybe like 3 or 4 days. Going back to the daily chart, I want to go back to the move back in May of 2024, essentially this entire move here, where we went up 727%, or around 727%. It's quite hard to count this entire move as a five wave move. It's more likely to be just a 3 wave, as in A, B, and C, like so. This only makes me worried because it likely means that we are in an ending diagonal, and I don't want to keep reiterating what a diagonal is, so feel free to watch my previous Koss videos, because it's very time consuming explaining the same thing, and reoccurring viewers will already know what that entails. But essentially all we can do now is wait for the price action to reveal itself, but everything is bullish at the moment. So if we are in a diagonal, the next move will unlikely bring us to this larger 1.618 level. But if we are not in a diagonal and we're in an impulse, then this level that we have here is quite possible, and it can very much be the next level we reach. But just one thing to keep in mind: when Koss moves, it moves. It will be strong and fast, but there are little breaks in between, as you saw from this. There was a small break here and a long break here before we exploded up. So plan your exits. And yeah, this is all for now. I will be making a GameStop video as well, so if you want to check that out, please do so. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.